All right, intangibles are something that's talked about quite a bit in sports. Some guys have it, and some guys simply don't have it. The funny thing is that we expect at 21 or 22 years old quarterbacks to come into the league with the mental maturity of someone who can be president of the United States. They have to be presidential right when they come in. The expectations are borderline ridiculous. So some come in and are a bit asked to do too much. They fail, and sometimes in the NFL, you never get another chance. But some people do get another chance, and when they do, they absolutely take advantage of it. Let's talk about Baker Mayfield and what he's done, and the apology I owe to Baker Mayfield with the Buccaneers. So Baker Mayfield is playing some of his best football in his career. Baker Mayfield is a guy who, for lack of better words, has been an enigma. He's brash, he's confident, he's cocky, and a lot of people don't like that out of their quarterback. But it seems like there's something here that is being done with Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers that we might need to start looking at in quarterbacks in general, and that's charisma. Baker Mayfield makes you want to play football. When you watch him and he goes like, he got hurt last week, comes off the field, you're like, oh my God, that looked like a really bad injury. 2 plays later, he's blocking as a quarterback. He makes you want to play football. He's a football player is what Baker Mayfield is. And this is something that players on the team will rally around. People love to watch football players. People on the team love to think that their quarterback is one of them. This is why Tom Brady, by the way, despite how later on, once he earned becoming Tom Brady, changed a little bit. But if you go listen to stories about Tom Brady earlier in his career, he used to go hang out with all the offensive linemen and chug beers quicker than they did. He was one of the dudes. And that's what Baker Mayfield is. He's a dude. For lack of a better word, he's a dude. And I thought his career was over. I was like, all right, the Browns gave up on him. The Browns don't have any standards, and they gave up on him. To me, I was like, oh, okay, that means that Baker Mayfield might be done. Then he went to Carolina, and it was kind of a disaster. If you actually think about Carolina and you think about Cleveland, yeah, no quarterback really has a huge success there. Their organization's messed up. It wasn't Baker, it was the organization. Or Baker matured. He's still brash. He's still, the same dude that he's always been. But he's kind of toned it down a little bit and put it into the football, put it into the locker room, put it into his teammates. That's why we all owe Baker Mayfield an apology. He's a very, very, very good quarterback. He might never be an MVP, but he was the number 1 pick for a reason. There's a reason he went into the Cleveland Browns interviews and wowed them and got him to the number 1 pick. He's charismatic. He makes you love football. And it seems like wherever he goes, people love him, except Odell Beckham Jr. and his dad. But that's a different story for a different day. So we owe Baker Mayfield an apology. He's a really good quarterback, and the Buccaneers are really lucky to have him.